May 7, 2025. Listen, if you're an Arkansas resident who ever plans to hop on a plane, you need to circle that exact date on your calendar right now. That is the final deadline for the federal Real ID mandate. If you stroll up to an airport security checkpoint after that date, carrying just a standard driver's license, well, you're looking at a dreaded $45 alternative screening fee, massive delays, or even worse, you could literally just be turned away at the gate. So welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to give you a completely stress-free roadmap to securing that all-important gold star on your ID.
To make sure you absolutely do not get grounded, here's our quick agenda for today. We're going to cover exactly why this shift is happening, who is eligible, the required document checklist, how to apply, the fees, and we'll even wrap up with a pretty cool digital bonus feature.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, Why You Need Real ID.
So come May 7, 2025, that standard Arkansas ID sitting in your wallet simply won't cut it for air travel anymore. The TSA is rolling out this modernized identity verification protocol called TSA Confirm ID. Now, if you don't have a real ID or a valid passport, you'll be forced into this alternative screening process, and trust me, you do not want this. It costs $45, it is totally non-refundable, it's only valid for a tiny 10-day window, and here's the real kicker, it doesn't even guarantee that they'll let you board the plane. You absolutely do not want to be the one stuck in that line while everyone else is heading to their gate.
Now, you might be wondering, where did this all come from? This mandate actually stems all the way back to the 9/11 Commission's recommendations in 2005. Congress designed this federal law to crack down on fraudulent identification. They did this by setting some incredibly strict minimum security standards for how states are allowed to issue these cards. It's a massive shift in how we verify who we are, which is exactly why getting that physical gold star on your card has become the absolute ultimate standard.
When you compare a standard ID to a real ID, the difference is pretty clear. If you never fly or visit secure federal buildings, hey, your standard ID is perfectly fine. You can still drive, you can vote, you can buy age-restricted items, no problem. But the real ID unlocks what I call the rule of three. It lets you board domestic commercial flights, it lets you enter secure federal facilities like military bases, and, just in case you ever need to, it grants you access to nuclear power plants.
Moving right along to Section 2, Eligibility and Exceptions.
So who can actually get this upgraded credential in Arkansas? Well, it covers a really wide range of residents. U.S. citizens are obviously fully eligible, but it also includes lawful non-citizens with authorized status. So think folks with a valid permanent resident card or a foreign passport tied to a valid U.S. visa. Beyond that, asylum seekers who hold a valid work permit can also apply for and get an Arkansas Real ID. For our non-citizen residents, the expiration date on the license will just be matched up to expire at the exact same time as your authorized status visa. Pretty straightforward, right?
Okay, here we go. Section 3, the required document checklist. Now listen up, because this is the most crucial part of this entire explainer and where almost everybody gets tripped up.
5. I really want you to burn this number into your memory. You are going to need exactly 5 specific physical documents to prove your identity and residency to the state. And let me be super clear on this. No photocopies, no hospital-issued birth records. You need the real deal original documents.
Let's break down exactly what those 5 documents are. First, you need one proof of legal presence. That's usually an original U.S. birth certificate with that raised seal or a valid U.S. passport. Second, one proof of identity, like your current Arkansas driver's license. Third, proof of your social security number. You've got to bring your actual unlaminated social security card or a W-2 form that shows your full 9-digit number. And finally, you need 2 separate proofs of Arkansas residency. Think recent utility bills, like gas, water, or electric, or a recent bank statement. Both of those have to show your actual physical address. P.O. boxes absolutely do not count.
And right here is a massive pitfall you need to watch out for. If your current legal name doesn't perfectly match the name printed on your birth certificate or your passport, you have to bring the certified paper trail that links them together. It's like a puzzle for the state. You have to connect the dots for them. This means you must bring your official marriage certificate, a divorce decree, or any court-ordered adoption papers.
All right, Section 4, Preparation and Application Process.
Getting your real ID in Arkansas is actually a remarkably frictionless 3-step process, completely devoid of that traditional DMV anxiety. Step 1 starts right on your couch. Go to ar.gov/realid and take the online Real ID quiz. It's a fantastic little self-audit to absolutely guarantee you've got the exact right documents before you leave the house. Step 2, book an appointment through the AR My DMV portal. And Step 3, Gather up those 5 documents we just talked about and take them to one of the 134 state revenue offices in person so they can take your photo and process the application.
And hey, let me give you a little insider tip to save your sanity. While walk-ins are totally welcome at any of those 134 revenue offices, booking your appointment online means you literally skip the line. When you walk in at your scheduled time, an agent will be there waiting just for you. In fact, the Secretary of the Department of Finance and Administration has mentioned that if you use this appointment system, the entire in-office process takes just a matter of minutes.
Moving to Section 5, Fees, Renewals, and Updates. Let's talk about what this is going to cost you and what happens after you apply.
You might actually be surprised by how affordable this is, especially when you compare it to that awful $45 TSA fee. If your current license isn't expired yet, you can just upgrade it to a real ID for a flat $10, and you get to keep your existing expiration date. If you're due for a full renewal anyway, an 8-year real ID license is $40. For seniors 69 and older, there's a 4-year option for just $20, and a non-driver ID is only $5. Oh, and after you're in the system, if you ever need to update your address or order a replacement online, it's super easy. They process it fast, it costs $10, and it arrives by mail in about 3 to 5 business days.
Finally, Section 6, Digital ID and Final Tips.
Here's a really cool modern bonus for you. Arkansas residents can actually digitize their credentials using the Arkansas Mobile ID. This lets you securely store a digital version of your state-issued ID right in your Apple, Google, or Samsung wallet. It is a total game changer for travel because it's accepted at over 263 airports nationwide. But, and this is a big but, I have to firmly remind you, Arkansas state law still strictly requires you to carry your physical Gold Star card for law enforcement stops or for any transactions where they don't have digital scanning tech available. So don't leave the plastic at home.
Also, as that May 2025 deadline gets closer and closer, these offices are going to get packed. To help out with busy schedules, the DFA has occasionally opened up certain revenue offices for special Saturday hours. Definitely do yourself a favor and check your local listings and the DFA website to see if you can take advantage of those weekend hours and dodge the crazy weekday rush.
Before we wrap up, I need to share this quick disclaimer just to keep you safe. Requirements can occasionally shift, so always verify the latest information, specific document requirements, and appointment availability directly on the official Arkansas Department of Finance and Administration website before you actually make your trip.
Which brings us to our final thought today. Look, the May 2025 deadline has definitely been delayed in the past, but the Department of Homeland Security has made it crystal clear this time. There are going to be no further extensions. So you have to ask yourself, is your idea a golden ticket, or will it leave you grounded at the gate? Don't wait around. Gather those 5 documents, hop onto the ARMyDMV portal to book your appointment, and secure your travel future today. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and safe travels.